And, cool. So, very good evening to each and everyone. So, thanks for being here. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll just share my screen and we can start today's session. Okay, I'm ready. So, please confirm if you can see my screen. Please confirm if my audio is clear, audio and the screen both.
Yes, sir,
Screen
it's
is clear. Yes, screen is clear.
Okay, great. So, we are all ready to start this great session. So let's go ahead and start it. Okay. So today's topic is going to be IP address and the format. But before going to this, so every particular, we all know what is an IP address? What is an IP address?
For any device, there is specific address. So we call this
Exactly.
IP address.
it's a
Exactly.
logical ID, for the to identify each devices on the network.
Correct. Correct. Okay. Just like how we humans have names, because there are many people in the world. How do you call a person using his name or her name? Okay. So how we have the names, when you want to share the data between two devices, you have to know from which device to which device you have to send. So definitely a naming convention is very much necessary, and that's where IP address comes into picture. So you can assume IP address as names of the device. Okay. So in IP address, we have two things. So one is IP version 4, okay, and IP version 6. Okay, so I'm not going to go deep into that, because first I have to introduce what is IP address. Okay, so I hope everyone knows how to know it, but if not, just do it. So you every particular laptop, so every person who is viewing this session from anywhere in the world will be connecting through internet only, because this is online class. Definitely you need to be connected through the internet. So when you are connected to an internet, every device which is connected to an internet should have an IP address. So how can you check the IP address assigned to your device? Okay, so now I'm going to show you that. Okay, so you have to open your command prompt. Okay, and you have to type this command ipconfig slash all. Okay, when you enter this command, you'll get a series of output. Let's try to understand this output. Okay, so it seems like very big, but nothing complex. Okay, so basically it highlights all of your nicks. So now I have used a new term which is called as NIC. NIC. Anyone knows what is NIC?
Network interface card.
Exactly. So network interface card.
Interface card. NIC.
Exactly. So what is the function of it? Anyone knows it? Why
It
we
has a
need to
MAC
use
With the help of
MAC
that,
address.
we can connect to the internet.
It
it?
it has a MAC address, which is wired to that particular device, and
Exactly.
yeah.
Correct. Correct. Great. Thanks for answering. Okay. So every particular device, so whatever we do, internet is not just software. We don't just write the code. Internet is both hardware and software. So whatever we are going to study in this course is implemented as a software. But why do we require a software? To run the hardware like how we want. So definitely if you want to transfer or if you want to connect to the internet, you need a device like a mobile device, laptop, tab, anything. So in that, every particular device will have this NIC interface. So now when I type this command ipconfig slash all, what it is showing is it is showing the different types of NICs which are available on my laptop. So some of them are physical switch NICs, some of them are virtual NICs. So virtual
Sir,
NICs means, yeah.
Yeah, we can't see your screen or that command prompt.
Oh, 1 second. I think I have not. Oh, I have only shared my notepad. 1 second. Can you see it now?
Yes, no, it's
Okay. Sorry for the confusion. So I'll just repeat the part which I have executed on the command prompt. So if you see, so I have opened the command prompt and typed the ipconfig/all command, and it has given a series of output to me. So what it is. So I told you, right? It is all about the different types of NICs available on my laptop. Okay, if you type the same command on your laptop, you will get some other different set of NICs. There is no need to be, there is no rule that the number of NICs on my laptop should match to your laptop. If it is a good configuration laptop, you might have more NICs. If it is less. Okay, it depends on, it's a specification, depends on laptop to laptop and differs. Okay, but the format or the details which are going to present or which I'm going to explain are going to remain the same. Okay, so in NICs we have two different types of NICs. Okay, so let me show you what a NIC is. Okay, network interface card. So this is a piece of hardware which is sitting inside my laptop. Okay, so for this piece of hardware I'm going to give an IP address. Okay, I means the network admin who is maintaining my network. So that detail, whatever, so the detail which is assigned to my laptop is being shown here. Okay, now let's see what are the different types of NICs I have on my laptop. One is IP configuration. This is just the basic details. Okay, Ethernet adapter 2, wireless LAN adapter, wireless LAN adapter 11. So basically what happened is my particular laptop has one Ethernet NIC, okay, one wireless NIC. So basically, every laptop in today's world supports both wireless and wired connections. So my my particular owner of this company, HP, has given me one wireless adapter and one wired adapter. So I can connect both connect to internet through wired way or wireless way. Okay, right now I have connected through wireless. So that's why there are more details which you can see here. Okay, when you ask me, these are also wireless, yes, but they are not physical wireless. Physical NICs. I have virtualized them. Okay, so now let's not go into the topic of virtualization because that's another topic in our CCNA. So in a brief, I'll say you what is virtualization. Virtualization means you cannot see it, but you can use it as if it is present inside the laptop. Right now, you can see two wireless LAN adapters inside my laptop, like as per this output. But in real, my laptop doesn't contain these two. Okay, so now how can I create them? So we have several techniques like VMware, VirtualBox, many things. Okay, that's a separate topic to discuss and all, but this is a overview. Okay, now the main topic of our today is this wireless. Okay, so my particular wireless is been manufactured by Intel. Okay, and it's a wireless AC31 adapter. So this is a physical address. So anyone know what is physical address?
It's a maybe MAC address.
Exactly, MAC address. Okay,
This
so
is the
that's
address of any device.
exactly. So every particular device has two addresses. One is IP address, another is MAC address. Okay, so IP address is a logical device, and MAC address is a permanent address. Okay, so what is the difference between logical address and permanent address? Let me explain you. For example, where is this?
Permanent address cannot be changed, but logical address can be changed if we connect via another router, another network.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Through that example, I'll explain the difference between this logical address and permanent address. Okay, let's say today I'm sitting in my home. Okay, and I'm connecting to my home router. So my laptop is here. I'm connecting to my home router to the internet. Okay, so here my IP address, let's assume my IP address is 1 second. I just need to get a hang of these options. Okay, here is a text. Okay, let's assume my IP address is 192.168.1.1. You might be little confused on what is the format of it. Don't think much about it. I'm going to explain that format. Okay, and my MAC address, assume my MAC address is AAA.AAA.AAA. For example, this is for example. Okay, these are my details when I am sitting in my home. Okay, so tomorrow, let's say I'm going like night we will be in the home, morning we have to go to the office. Okay, so let's say I went to my office. Now I have to connect to my internet. So there also one router will be there. So when I go from my office to, sorry, home to office, so I'll be connected to my office router. So then what happens is, so my IP address is going to change to some other thing. Okay. So you can ask me how it is changed. That's a different thing which we can discuss in the later session, but it is going to change. But my MAC address is not going to change. It is going to remain the same. Okay. So this is the reason why we call IP address as a logical address and MAC address as a permanent address. Okay. So basically, why are we doing it like that? Because, for example, today you are sitting in a CCNA class. So you are identified as a CCNA student. Tomorrow, if you sit in CCNP class, you will be identified as a CCNP student. But wherever you go, your name will be constant. If you sit in the CCNA class or CCNP class, your name is constant. Similarly, here also. Okay, so this is how.
So IP address is something referred to internet, and
Exactly.
a MAC address is something referred to PC.
Exactly. Okay, so IP address is used to identify where are you present in the entire world. Are you present towards the Japan side or India or there? But wherever you are, what is the unique thing which you have is your MAC address. Okay, got it? Any questions?
So in this IP sheet, everywhere physical address should be same.
Everywhere it will be same. That's a rule.
But can I show it in this command prompt?
Sorry.
But in this command prompt screen, can we see all the MAC addresses same?
No, not all the MAC address will be same. See, that's what I'm saying, you know. So every NIC has one MAC address, not every lab. So we don't see these NICs is sitting inside our laptop, right? Sorry. So my laptop has two NICs. I told you, na. One is wired NIC. That means
one is
wireless.
wireless.
So for this one MAC address will be there. For this one MAC address will be there. For the wired one MAC address. For the wireless one MAC address.
So can I see it in the first Ethernet?
Yeah.
That's
See?
last 5848.
Yeah, this is the Ethernet one, and this is the wireless one.
And second from upside, that's 668 EC.
This one I have virtualized it. I told you, na. Like I am using some virtualization things like VirtualBox and all. So what happens is, as I have created a piece of it, so it is taking it from this. Okay.
No, please explain. There's some confusion.
Sorry.
I think there's some confusion in this virtual MAC address.
Okay. So virtual MAC address is, let's say you have one MAC address, but you don't want to use it as one MAC address, one full MAC address. Okay. You are dividing it into 4 or 5 pieces. Okay.
So why is the requirement to divide? Because
because we need some other techniques. So like in the cases of virtualization, that means you might have seen in one laptop you will have Windows operating system and Ubuntu operating system, correct?
Ubuntu, okay.
You might have seen this scenario, right? When you have two operating systems sitting on your laptop, you won't have one separate NIC for your Windows, one separate NIC for your Ubuntu, correct? You will just have one where you have to divide between your Windows and Ubuntu, correct?
Means that we have to use different for different operating system, different NIC.
Exactly. Because otherwise, how will the laptop know? See, let's say your laptop is there. You are sending some traffic from your Windows operating system and some traffic from Ubuntu operating system. Okay, and a reply come back. Okay, so how do the laptop know whether it has to go to Windows or whether it has to go to Ubuntu if both of them are using the same MAC address? You understood the point? If
Yeah,
both of them are using the same address, let's say there are two people in the same room and two people name is, like, say, Amrendra. If I
Yes,
call
sir.
Amrendra, both of the people will respond, correct? And there will be a confusion, correct?
Okay.
So that
Mean that for there's duplex or triplex transfer of data. So that's why for every single transport, we need one different NIC IP.
correct. NIC NIC, I mean MAC
Okay.
address.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Good. Any other questions? Cool. Okay. So this is IP version format. So for my device, I got both IP version 6 address and this is the IP version 4 address. Okay. So here we have some main details which we are going to discuss is the IP version 4 address format, the subnet mask. Okay. The other things like network address, broadcast address, all these very important when it comes to subnetting.
Here,
Okay.
IPv4 and IPv4 and IPv6 both used here.
Yeah, both used.
Why, if we are using, we can use only one, so why we are using both?
For example, let's say today you have a 4G SIM, okay, 5G SIM. Okay. If you go to 4G network, 4G network does this.
That example is sufficient, I understand. That's for backup.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, done.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Any more questions?
At present IPv4 only running right now. So maybe
Yeah,
IP
present it is. Presently we are using, but in the future, slowly you see most of the networks. Already, most of the networks are transitioned to IP version 6, but not all. But maybe future we won't see the IP version 4 because, as I said, it has so many limitations when it comes to the count.
Yeah,
Okay.
local and temporary both used.
Sorry.
Local and
Yeah, both
temporary.
used. Yeah,
So it's not.
we will discuss about this link local, all these things. IP version 6, just leave it for now because we have a separate section for that. Okay, so for now, take IP version 6 as a different format of address, which is used with some which came into picture because of some issues which were present in IP version 4. Because we have a separate section for IP version 4, IP version 6, then we'll discuss all this. What is temporary, what is link local, all this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Cool. Now let's understand the format. If you see IP version 4, it is not just a one number. It is like 4 digits. How to represent that? What is the background of it? How does the computer take it? This is how we see it. But how does the computer take it? What it means? Okay, what is a network address? What is a broadcast address? Why do we even need network address, broadcast address? All these things we'll discuss right. Okay. Cool. Now let me go back to the notepad. Okay. So before going to the format and all, I have to explain about 3 number formats. One is binary. Okay. Second is decimal. And third is hexadecimal. So anyone knows about these 3?
Yes,
Anyone?
binary is number of computer language numbers 0 and 1.
Okay.
Means that the language which computer understand, it may be form of 0 and 1. And
Okay.
decimal is just normal number. We are using 1 to 9.
Correct.
Hexadecimal.
And hexadecimal?
Thus I have some confusion, so you will explain it.
Okay. Any others want to take a try?
Alphabets and the number together.
Okay. So what are the numbers and
0
what
to
are
15 hexadecimal.
0 to?
15. 0 to F, sorry. 0 to F.
So what should I write it here?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
0 to 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay.
and A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So here, whatever we wrote it, these are the digits. Okay. With these digits, we can make more numbers and more things. Okay. So how do we make it? For example, let's take the format which we know. Okay. Which is decimal. Okay. Let's keep the hexadecimal and binary aside. Let's just take, what is that? Decimal. For example, let me take one number, 1569. Okay. So can I write this 1569 as 1000 plus 500 plus 60 plus 9? Can I write it like this? Is there any issue if I write it like this?
Yes, yes.
All good? No one has no objections?
No.
Good, great. So can I reformat it as like this?
And power 2.
And 9 into 10 power
0.
0.
0.
Okay. Can anyone try to explain what I have did just now? If you understood. If not, I will explain, no problem, but try.
You are representing that number in the decimal representation,
Exactly.
not a binary, not a hexadecimal.
Correct. But anyone can explain why I used 10 powers only? Why not I didn't represent it in 7 powers?
For decimal, we will be using 10. For binary, we will
Why?
be using the base of 2.
Why? Anyone knows why? That's correct. Whatever you said is correct. For decimal, we use 2. For binary, we use 10. For hexadecimal, we use 16. Perfect.
The highest digit is 10.
No, the highest digit here is 9.
Have counts on that 0 to 9, 10.
Sorry?
0
Louder?
to 9 is
Yeah, the number of
is
digits is 10 in
10.
decimal.
I think
Correct.
these are decimal
Count is
number,
9.
which base is 10.
No. I already got the
Yeah.
answer. Okay. Someone
The
already said.
count
I
is
think
10. The count is
yeah.
10.
Here the total number of digits we have is only 2. And here the total number of digits we have is 10. And here the total number of digits we have is 60. That's the reason why we use,
So we say
like,
the same.
for binary we use 2, for decimal we use powers of 10, and for the hexadecimal we use powers of 60 to represent any number inside that. Okay, all good. So now this is okay. Okay. So now how do we represent the numbers in binary? So now let's understand. Okay. How can we represent a number in decimal to a binary? Okay. So let me take a small example and brief it. Then we'll take a complex example. And okay, it's very simple, nothing complex. So let me take a number like 56. Okay. So I hope everyone knows here LCM, least common multiple. How do we do that? So we take 2. Okay, why 2? Because binary we are converting. What is 56 divided by 2?
28.
28.
Quotient is 28. What is the remainder?
0.
0.
And when 28 is divided by 2?
14. And the remainder is 0.
When 14 is divided by 2?
7. And the remainder is 0.
And when 7 is divided by 2?
3. And the remainder is 1.
And when 3 is divided by 2?
2 and 1. And the remainder is 1.
Okay, so when you reach to 1, stop it. Okay, so from here, you go backwards. Okay, so when I say get backwards, first 1, 1, 1, 3 zeros. Okay, so the binary form of 56 is 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Anyone has any doubts on the conversion?
No.
All
Sir,
good?
this is 2-1.
Sorry? This
You
is
read 3
When we are
1.
converting decimal
Okay,
to
okay,
binary,
sorry,
we
sorry.
have to divide by 2. That's a simple
so
thing,
you
right?
have to start from here, not from here. Okay, this also should be counted. So
Okay,
1,
yeah,
2, 3, and 3 zeros.
perfect. And that's the binary form of 56.
Correct, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, cool. So now let's expand this. Let's try to see this in a different way. Okay. So what we did in the previous case, we took the last number and multiplied that with the 10 power 0. Okay, we took the second last number, multiplied it to the 10 power 1. We took the third last number, multiplied with 10 power 2, and the third multiplied with 10 power 3. So let's do the same thing. Here we did it with 10 because it's decimal. Here we will do it with what? With one?
2.
2. Okay. So now let's expand it a little. So I'll just clear